Alright, I believe we are about ready here with Werster's Gaia Any % run. I'll wish Werster a good luck here. This is your host, Ty783. And yep, good luck with the marathon run of Pokémon Gaia, the ROM pack.
Ooh, yeah, good luck to me.
Alright. Whenever you're ready, Werster.
Alright, hang on. Let me just reset this thing so it doesn't fade out. Okay. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to what will undoubtedly be the greatest run of this marathon. It is Great Me doing Pokémon Gaia. So this is a ROM hack that's... God. No, this version was done last year, so it's pretty recent. So the base of the run, the base of the ROM is Fire Red Leaf Green. So it'll look a lot like that game, but it's a completely different new game. So different region. Yep. Like different battles, different leaders, etc. And so it has mechanics all the way up to Gen 6, as well as Pokemon all the way up to Gen 6. But other than that, oh well, and the moves, is completely unfamiliar. One of the reasons that I really like this ROM hack, especially for a speedrun, is it plays a lot like a Pokemon game. So it's not like it's like, you know, one of those Kaizo hacks or one of those ones where you have to, you know, grind to level 80 or whatever. It's just, its pacing, its feel to it is very much like just a main series Pokemon game, which is really good. So get the running shoes early though, which is very nice. Run over here to this mysterious old woman who wants the book that I just took from my room at the start of the game. Apparently it belongs to her. So the legendaries in this game are the Regis that are the main focus, and you'll learn more about that as the run goes on. But at the start of the run, the starters are actually the Sinnoh starters, so Turtwig, Chimchar, Piplup. All very good choices for starters, but I'm going to be going with Chimchar because Chimchar is just very, very good. As the game is based on the Regis, you fight a lot of trainers who base themselves off the Regis as well. And Infernape is obviously matched up very, very well against the Regis. Just gets very good moves in general and shit as well. Okay, so save. I don't particularly need exceptionally good stats on Chimchar, but I do need like pretty much an average Chimchar. Tells me the nature first off. Lax. Lax is the bad one. So Lax is plus defense minus special defense. So this one, it needs to have really good speed for it to be usable. Because I either need good speed or good special defense. And obviously with a minus special defense nature, it's going to be bad. Whoops. That's right. Over here. No, did not get it. So the reason you need either good speed or good special defense is because of the second gym leader in the fight has a Chatot that will just murder you if you don't have one of those things. Naughty? Okay, that's a good nature. Again though, I need good speed because I have bad special defense. Yep. Okay, I can take that. Alright, off we go. Okay, so one encounter there is probably about average. It's just a small amount of grass that you have to run through before I can get repels. So this Chimchar, I would say it's much better than average. Naughty, like I said, is very good nature. Obviously, plus attack, very good. And both attack and special attack are very important for Chimchar. Ends up being mixed. Gotta open this care package from the menu. So both my offenses were better than average. Speed was very good. Both defenses were lower than average. My health is good though, so it won't be too bad. So in this game as well, there are a couple of ROM hacks that do this. They actually give you grades for your stats, so you know what the IVs are before, like, you know, at level 5, obviously, I don't know exactly what they're going to be, but it gives me grades that give me a really good idea. So the way the grades work is basically just... It starts at E-, so if your IV is 0 or 1, you get a grade that says E-. If it's 2 to 3, then it's E. If it's 4 to 5, then it's E+, etc. All the way up to 30 or 31 is S. And so my attack was B-. Yeah, and special attack was B+. So B- is 18 to 19. B+ is 20 to 23, so above average on both those. My speed was, I think it was A+, it was A something, I didn't really look. Getting Growl there is a bit unlucky. It's the first time I've ever seen that in a run, actually. Usually just spams pound. But the speed, it only matters to outspeed the chatot that Arya has, that I was talking about before. You outspeed just everything else. Still gonna 4-hit, so that's not actually too bad. But without the grades, like, I really wouldn't have known how good this Chimchar actually is. Because its stats, like, both its offenses were 11. So, like, they could have been, you know, an E-, they could have been a 0 or a 1. But because I can see the grades, I know they're actually good. Okay. So I'm just gonna heal up here because I have to heal before the Pidgey. Oh well. I could heal during the fight, but I'm gonna take the same amount of hits, and I have to menu here anyway. Okay, a couple of spinners in here, I'm just gonna bag manip them. So run up to him, force him to look that way, and then open the bag. Because spinners can't turn for the first 32 frames, and opening the bag resets that. So he can't spin in the time that I'm passing him by doing that. So here's the Pidgey. So this ROM hack, it adds a lot of quality of life improvements from future gens into this, you know, Gen 3 base ROM. And one of them is refreshing repels. So when a repel wears off, it's just going to ask me to use another one, which is very, very nice. Saves me a lot of time opening the menu to use repels, because there are a lot of repels used in this run. Okay, same bag manip again. And as I mentioned before, there are Pokemon all the way up to Gen 6. This guy's got a couple of Drillburs. Show from Gen 5. We'll be seeing some Gen 6 Pokemon very shortly as well. That burn is completely useless. I'll take a little bit less damage from that scratch. I think it would have done 3 otherwise. Alright, not quite in Blaze. Hopefully I can still 2-hit here. Very good. That was a range. I think about 56% to get the 2-hit there. Alright, so at the start of this cave, they wanted me to rescue this Weedle. The Weedle's actually down there, but I don't actually have to rescue it. It's completely optional. I can just leave the cave like this. I forget what you get if you do save the Weedle. I definitely did it the first time I played, but That was too long ago now. I've already forgotten. Okay, so I don't fight any optional trainers for experience in this run, but there are 2 instances where I fight trainers in an order where I don't have to. So one of them is now. I could go straight to the gym now, but I want to evolve before the gym leader. And I have to fight both of these trainers that I'm about to fight at some point, because I have to come here after the gym. So I'm going to fight them now so that I can get enough experience to do that. Okay, so this is a really critical fight for the early game. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say it's that critical, but time-wise, very critical. So I want to see Defense Curl from Baneri here. And... okay, I still have enough health that I don't have to heal yet. So the next Pokemon is Mareep. And so Mareep has Thunder Wave. I don't want it to use Thunder Wave. Ugh. There it is. Alright, I actually may as well heal now. Just so a crit won't kill me. This is ground. But I'm gonna have to heal at some stage, so I may as well just do it now, so remove the chance of getting killed by a crit. So Thunder Wave, obviously that sucks, because like I've had to heal now because I'm paralyzed and I'm now paralyzed as well. So I'm gonna be slower than everything, but I only do one more fight before I have to take the center anyway, so it's not a huge deal, but for time loss, it's pretty big. Because I'm now just going to fight this trainer paralyzed. I suppose I could have risked not healing and going into this Ralts with Blaze, because with Blaze I would one hit, but like as soon as I got hit I was going to have to heal and I was going to get hit at some stage, so didn't consider that worth it. Especially since if I died I would like go back to my hometown, because I haven't entered a center or anything yet, or had a forced map spot thing where it forces you to go back to certain places if you die, to try and avoid you from death warping out of a town. This is really bad. Reminder that paralysis is only 1 in 4 to trigger. I always thought it was 1 in 2 as a kid. But okay, so now that I've fought those 2 trainers, I'm just going to go run back. And now, like I said, I have to take the center now anyway, so that'll clear the paralysis. The reason I have to take the center now is I need enough embers to go all the way through the gym. So I have to take the center right before, and generally right after as well. Okay, so before I go into the gym, I'm going to go into my rival's house, because my rival is holding out on me, has a very nice item that they're storing, and I'm just going to go steal it. This juicy little rare candy. Whoop. Alright, now off to the first gym. So the first gym in this game is actually Fairy type. So my Ember PP is really important through this gym. If I just spam Ember, I will actually run out, so I need to be using Scratch in some places. I have really good attack, which means I can probably use them on the next trainer, but if I don't get... okay, I got Encore. So this Cleffa, it actually usually uses Charm, which makes it so I can't use Scratch on this Azrael, because the Azrael has Thick Fat. Scratch actually, you know, does about the same as Ember. But I got Encore, so even though I want to be using Scratch, I can't. Okay, there's my Encore ended. Alright, so now I can Scratch. So Scratch, it does a bit more, but they're both going to 3-hit anyway. But alright, so given I got a couple of scratches there and I'll be able to scratch Flabebe as well, I'll definitely be able to have enough here, which is good. I also have very good attack because I have a plus attack nature. So this gym, it's kind of like a maze, but So you have to pick the right direction to go, but if you don't fight the trainers in the room, all of the directions are wrong, and it just like loops you back into the same room, so you gotta fight all the trainers. That's a shame. So this Cottony has Prankster, so just waste time by choosing a status move there. Ingrowth. So if I didn't have good attack, Scratch would not 3-hit this Flabébé, but I do, so it will. And so now I'll just be able to spam Ember. Which is good. Don't have to worry about too much here. Because I do have really bad special defense, so I probably do want to heal to full before the leader. So you always end up using a potion, but I may have to use 2 potions if I take too much damage here on these next couple of fights. The other thing is, you might think it's a bit weird, given this is a fairy type gym, that I want to evolve before the leader, because when I evolve I'll actually get fighting type, which makes it so that I don't resist fairy anymore. It's neutral on me. Now that's bad. Yeah, definitely going to have to double potion. But the increase stat-wise is just far superior to that. It's also because the leader has a Rolls, so it makes it so Confusion is super effective on me now. But just like the defense boost ends up being about the same, and the offensive boost is obviously very significant, so you're just way better with a Monferno. Like Chimchar, if you go into the fight with Chimchar, you generally end up losing. Part of the reason is it's because it manipulates the... because he leads with the Clefairy into actually using its Fairy move. If it doesn't use that, it uses Rock Smash, and when it starts getting defense drops, Chimchar just takes so much damage. It's going to be pretty useless. Oh, this might kill actually, because I'm in Blaze, yeah. So that that burn wasn't useless. Yeah, so I'm going to have to potion for 5 health. Do I really want to do that? Maybe I don't. Maybe I'll just heal to 32. No, I'm going to heal to full. Use the candy, level 14, and Chimchar evolves super early, which is super nice. Also going to learn Mark Punch here, which is another really good early game move. Even though I am very fast, the priority does help in some situations, just to beat other moves with priority. There, don't need that. Right, here we go, first gym leader. Fernando. So he does have 1 potion, and he'll use it on Clefairy. So I'm just going to spam Ember to get through it. I've got to make sure I have enough health to be able to tank a Ralts Confusion after Clefairy. And so the risk, if I didn't heal to full, is like if you burn Clefairy and then it ends up like dying right after hitting you into Ralts range, like say this turn, if that Ember didn't kill, that was a range, it was a very, very good one, I'm very surprised that killed. Then you would just be screwed, because Ralts like does as much as a potion heals. Disable is why I use Scratch there. Smart boy, so that Ember doesn't get disabled. because I want to be using Ember on this Jigglypuff as well. Mark Punch, again, it's another one where Mark Punch can 3-hit, but it has Q-Charm, so I don't want to be using Mark Punch. Alright, that was a really good fight. Alright, so not an awful start. That Thunder Wave was a bit annoying, but the gym went well. And so, like I said, I have to take the center after this gym as well, but because I still have 2 Ember PPs, I can do it a little bit later. Just gonna dash over here. Put the repels back on. And then go to this area where I was before. So if I didn't fight those trainers early, like I said, I would have to fight them now. Yeah, so Fernando is a little bitch, and he just ran off without giving me my badge. So now we gotta chase him down. I'm gonna pick up this Nest Ball here, because Nest Balls are actually very nice for catching low-level Pokemon, and I do need a Slave, which I will catch just a little bit later. Nest Ball gives me very, very good odds to just catch it from full health. So this is what I needed those 2 Embers for. This guy here. So you notice in this game as well, like, a lot of the trainers have, like, the more unique balls instead of just having all their pokes in Pokeballs. Just to give them a bit more of a theme. Alright, so healing items are generally really, really tight in this run, so I'm picking up this Super Potion here. Helps out a lot for that, for the early game. Turn off repels again. Also gotta make sure that you choose when to turn off repels correctly, because repels are also really tight, so... Or just money in general at the start of the run, very tight, so if you end up using one at the wrong time, you can't, you know, take it back. Like, no. So one of the other modifications in this game is the 2 early HMs, so this one here, Cut and Rock Smash, actually have their, they're actually slightly altered. So Cut in this game is 60 power and 100 accuracy, and it's a bug type move, which, again, for the early game is actually quite useful. So useful, in fact, that I'm going to teach it to Monferno. Much better than Scratch, so it's like it's the same power as Mark Punch, but Bug ends up being pretty decent coverage, especially for the early part of the game. Like, it's pretty useless for the end, but there just so happens to be a decent amount of, like, Pokemon that would resist fighting or are weak to Bug. So there's quite a few Psychics just in this little stretch between the first and second gym leaders. So here we are investigating the ruins. So this game, it has a very, like, ruinous, ancient theme to it. Like, you know, as you would expect with the Regis, you know, being the face of the game. So it's just inspecting those ruins. And now we're going to go get his old mate to try and help out. Another spinner here, so I'm going to wait for him to spin. And then kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Use the repel here while I'm manipulating him with the bag so that he can't spin back. Okay. And this is probably the first of several fights where having that plus attack nature is going to be very helpful, because there are a lot of... Because you don't, like, get a specific Chimchar, and the stats are very variable, there are a lot of damage ranges in this run. Oh, potential damage ranges, I should say, but with really good attack. You'll see cut here against this Surskit, which Mark Punch would be not very effective against. Is definitely going to kill, especially if it crits. That's fine, that Surskit has quick attack as well, and not taking the damage can actually be quite helpful. Because like I said, healing is quite finicky at this point, so taking as little damage as possible is very good. Okay, so I got through that first little encounter part by only getting one encounter. This is the only other part of the game where I need to not get an encounter without a repel. And I got one. Very garbage. At least it didn't have Intimidate and waste even more time. The reason I have to go in here is to get this X attack. So I can't buy X items until much later in the game, not until after the 6th gym leader. And that's the only X item that I can pick up before that, so it's a very precious X attack, that one. And without it, you would be, like, really, really boned as well. Alright, so more use for cut here. So Ember, again, with Stab would have the same power as Cut, but Natu has lower defense than special defense, and this Monferno has higher attack than special attack, so Ember would not be 2-hitting there, but Cut does. Very good. I mean, I'm the only one who's routed it, so I would say it's routed perfectly. No. I don't know, like, the specifics I feel like are routed pretty well. It's just like, it's, like there's nothing in the game where I'm just like, oh, I don't know what I would do, or whatever. It's just that, you know, I've only run this game for probably 7 days total or something. So, I'm sure there's a bunch of situations that I just haven't encountered yet. So I got Growl there, which is actually quite rare, so I am going to use Ember on this Natu, and just hope that I get good enough rolls. Nice, okay. Now, Hoot usually attacks, but because it didn't, I actually don't have to heal yet. I am going to have to heal before the last trainer, but I'll go into this one before healing. Because the last trainer can do enough damage to just one-hit me from the health that I'm at now. But, so if this guy attacks, I'll use a super potion, but if he doesn't attack, I'll just use a regular potion. Attack. So I'll use a super. I only need to use a potion to get past this trainer, but I need to get through quite a few trainers, so I'll just super now. It does look a bit silly because, so this Omanyte, it has, is it Bubble or Water Gun? I always forget because they're the same power in later gens. I think it's Bubble. And so, because I have bad special defense as well, it can do like 30 damage. But quite often, because it doesn't have great II, it'll use like Constrict, which does absolutely nothing. So it looks like a bit of a fool's errand that I healed there, but you gotta live with that, just make the right calls and take what you get. Okay, so a little cutscene here. So in case you haven't noticed, this is the evil team of this game. To become increasingly interesting as the story goes along, especially because they have good music as you get later into the game. But we'll have plenty of time to appreciate that later. So okay, another good thing about this game is it sets up real nice teleport flags, but before that, oh, that's really bad luck on the NPC. I'm going to go over here and pick up this Revival Herb, which is basically a max revive. Very good item for this early in the game, and it's another one where it's like, if I didn't have this item, I would just be boned. But yeah, so it gives, you know, where there's backtracking, it gives you an option to just have an NPC teleport you there like that. which is very nice. And it happens so often and so frequently that it's actually not worth it to catch a fly slave, even though you're given fly for free at some point in the game. It's just not worth getting a Pokemon that can learn fly, because you just get teleported around, so fly is not worth it. Okay, so now I get Rock Smash, and now I can go through this path. Even though I can go through that path, I don't actually have to. And if I went through that path, I would have to fight more trainers, so I'm not going to do that. But because I'm out of repels, I'm going to go into the mart. I'm also going to buy some super potions while I'm here. So he gave me the TM for Rock Smash. So I said Cut got modified, so did Rock Smash. So Rock Smash in this game is 55 power, still fighting, still 100 accuracy, still 55, still 50% to lower defense. And so I'm also going to teach Rock Smash to Monferno, because that's very good. Because it's more powerful than Mark Punch, and it's actually good for the entire game. So I'm going to do that Bag Minute again. And so this is why I registered the TM case before as well. It, A, makes me able to access my TMs easier, but B, it makes Bag Minute quicker as well. Because I can just open the TM case to do it instead of having to open the whole menu. But so with Rock Smash, I can go to this exit up here, which I am going to do is worth it. Because A, I don't have to pass the other spinner, but B, I can pick up some nice items here as well. So I'm going to pick up this Super Potion. So I have more, but in this exit as well, there is a very tasty, delicious rare candy. And now I'm going to go into another thing that this game added, which is hidden hollows. So there's quite a few, and you can pick up like different things in the hidden hollows. And one of them is really nice TMs, and this one has the TM for Rock Tomb, which is another really nice early move for my Monferno. Which I'll talk about later. First, I'm going to turn off the repels, and now we're going to catch a slave. So I need to catch something that can learn Rock Climb for later. So I'm going to get either a Bidoof or a Zigzagoon here. I would much prefer a Zigzagoon. It's also more likely to get a Zigzagoon. Thank you, first encounter. That's perfect. So chuck that nest ball that I got earlier. Hopefully it just goes straight in. Perfect, aces. So the reason I prefer Zigzagoon is because Zigzagoon can also learn Surf, and so I need to catch a Water Slave later for Dive and Waterfall. And by having Surf, I can, by having Surf already, I should say, I can catch a Water Pokemon on the water, which is a lot easier than catching a Water Pokemon to learn Surf before the water, because they're just more common on the water. So that's really nice. Okay, so now for probably the hardest segment of the game, the latter part of the second gym segment. So when I got Rock Smash, it expected me to go through that tunnel and do a bit more grinding. So the levels are a pretty decent match for me here. You can see I'm only one above them, despite being the only poke that I'm using. That defense drop means I should use Mark Punch here, because Mark Punch will kill. And this Timber has Bide, which has priority in this game. So if it used Bide there, I wouldn't have known. But if I used Rock Smash, I would have seen Bide a little bit faster. Okay, gotta put on repels. Got the charcoal here. And so charcoal in this game, 20% boost to fire moves. Again, very good for the early game. Yeah, this run's actually, it's going quite nicely. The only really bad thing that's happened so far was Mareep using Thunder Wave. Okay, I'm nowhere near Blaze, so I'm going to go Rock Smash on this again. If I was close to Blaze, I'd actually go Ember. Got the defense drop, so that proved correct. I did not know that Timbo had Pound. Only ever seen like Low Kick, which does a bit more. Alright, so level 19, so now I'll learn Flame Wheel. Get rid of Ember. Unfortunately, I don't have the space to keep Ember. I actually would like to keep it for a couple of Tanglers later. Tanglers have very good defense, very bad special defense. But I can't get rid of either of my HMs, and Mark Punch is just more useful at this stage. Okay, I actually don't need to heal before the next fight, which is very rare because I took so little damage there, which is good. Okay, so coming up here, this is one of the riskiest fights in the run. I actually think I'm going to save here. Yeah, I am. I'm going to save, because it's just a very real chance that I'll die here. Well, not a very... I shouldn't know, like, it's not aggressively high, but if I do die, I would go all the way back to the town with the museum that I was in, and I wouldn't be able to teleport. I'd have to go all the way through everything that just happened. It'd be awful. So this fight is awful because you have to depend on the bad AI of the opponent. So I need Moonlight here from this Mooner, and it has Psybeam, which does like 40 damage. And because I have a really bad special defense, like if it crit with Psybeam, it would kill from full. And obviously if it just kept spamming Psybeam, it would probably eventually confuse as well, but got Moonlight and then crit, so very, very good there. The Psyduck has Water Pulse as well, which also does quite a significant amount of damage. So you need to go into the Psyduck with good health. But yeah, got the bad AI. Very good. Didn't even have to heal once on that fight, so that's very, very good. Okay, so just get to level 20 there. So I'm going to heal to full and use this candy. What? I just hit B. Before hitting A. So because I have a really good attack, I actually didn't need to use the candy before this next trainer here, but it's the best time to do it for experience. So this is the other point in the game, by the way, where I fight trainers earlier than I need to. So this one, it's a little bit for experience, but it's also because this is a Soul Rock, and I had the Mooner before, so Cut is really good for these two trainers. And after these two trainers, I'm actually going to delete Cut. I'm going to get rid of it, because there's a move deleter in the town that I'm in. But as you can see, I only just to hit that Soul Rock, so usually the rare candy is really useful for the attack boost there. Okay. And now just come out of this cave. Okay, so go to the move deleter here. And we'll get rid of Cut. Which, as you saw, did have quite a decent amount of use until that point. And then after this point, it just has no use in battle, so... so heal to full. And, I don't know why I did that, but anyway. Teach Rock to him. Yeah, there's an empty slot. Then over to this fight. So, if I didn't save before, I actually probably would have saved now. Because, so this is the fight where I have to use the X attack. So it's a very low chance that I'm going to lose to this fight. Because I have very good speed. But if I do die, it's quite catastrophic, because then I lose I go all the way back and I don't have the X attack anymore. So the X attack works out very nicely, because your rival always leads with Fake Out. So this is Rival 2, so it's a very hard fight. Without the X attack, you would just be so boned. Like, just so boned. So the way I can die is if either Primplop crits me, it'll just kill, or I crit the Primplop. The reason me critting the Primplop would be bad is because it'll put it into Torrent, and then it'll kill. with Bubble. Okay, good. Neither of those things happened. I had enough speed, so even if it got the speed drop there, I still would have been faster. Without good speed, that does not happen, and so you have to hope you get the defense drop. And can use Mark Punch. I didn't get the defense drop, which is good because stat downs, when they don't matter, do cost a lot of time. Okay, I'm going to use Rock Tomb here, in case it uses Iron Defense. It does not. But she has a Super Potion, and you can't one-hit Rug and Roller because it has Sturdy. So I didn't want to knock it to 1 health and then just watch the Super Potion. Okay, so that went well. I still have my Revival Herb for Aria. So this gym is Flying type. And very dangerous. Very dangerous. Okay, I have good speed, so I'll outspeed Murkrow, and I can just use Flame Wheel, because I have good attack, which is very good. The pleasures of having a good shimmy. So if you look at my speed here, I think it'll go to 48, 49, so the Chatot has 47 speed, so I just end up beating it. And because I have the Revival Herb, I'm not actually sure I can die. I'm not sure Flame Wheel's going to kill here, so I'm going to use Rock Tomb. The Togetic has Roost, so I really wanted to make sure it died. I'm not certain whether I actually need to save before Aria here. I am going to, just to make sure. This doesn't take too long to save. This isn't a Gen 4 game or anything, so it's not too bad. But okay, so this is why Rock Tomb is very helpful though. So she's going to lead with a Vullaby, and so the Vullaby generally uses Scary Face, and so after Scary Face it would be faster than me, but I'm going to use Rock Tomb to reduce its speed as well. That crit is actually bad. That's going to force it to heal. Got Scary Face as expected. That'll still kill. Okay, but now, so I'm slower than the Chatot. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to use Mark Punch. Then it's going to use Chatter, and because I have bad special defense, this will probably just one-hit me. And so you can imagine, if I was slower than this Chatot, I'm just completely boned. Because it's just one-hitting me from full, and it could be outspeeding. But because I outspeed, I can do that. Revive. And then kill. Yeah, Rock Tomb could have missed, so I definitely still could have died, obviously. Okay, that's good. Okay, so this Gligar has Roost, unfortunately, so... Oh, that's a good roll. Can I just 2-hit? Oh, so close. So close. I could be stuck in a loop here, though. Come on, man. Doing just under half. This sucks. Come on, even Burn would kill. Jesus. Come on. Come on. Also, it could just use Quick Attack. It's just spamming Roost. Jesus Christ. There we go. Finally. Fuck. And now it uses Quick Attack again. Ugh. Piece of shit. The other thing that's really bad about that is my Flame Wheel PP is going to be a real concern now, because I had to use so many on that Gligar. Like, it's going to be a massive concern to get to the next stretch. Alright, got past Aria there. Okay, so I'm gonna... Oh, duck in the center here. Actually, I'm just gonna buy a revive. It won't help for this next section because Zigzagoon is dead, but it'll help for the section after that. Bag. Super Bell, yep. Maybe I should just take the Sana so Zigzagoon gets revived. And so that revive can be helpful for the next part too. But so normally I don't buy a revive there because I don't have the money for it, but because I capped a couple of my super potions, I only needed to buy 1 super potion. Usually I buy 3, so I had the extra money to be able to buy a revive there. Yeah, I think I might take the center after this cave. I do have a small chance of dying in here as well. Alright, so these Tanglers, I had good attack again. My last 2 runs also had really good attack, and both of them live with like 1 health. Don't! I didn't buy an antidote, did I? I did not. That's also not Blaze. Jesus Christ. Wait, what does Zigzagoon have? Come on, Zigzagoon. Come on, mate. Faith. Ultra Ball! That's kind of useful, but not for this situation. You were supposed to have an antidote. So this has happened in a run before. Like, we just got poisoned and I was just like, well, it's just over. Because I was hoping that in this game, poison would like ward off if you just let yourself get to 1 health in the overworld. It doesn't. You just die. And because Zigzagoon's dead, I can't do that and revive as well. But since that run, guess what? Never before seen on live TV, I've learnt. I've learnt the ways. Oh, but you didn't see that coming, did ya? absolute genius I am. It's still really bad that I got poisoned and had to heal like that. But livable. Alright, so I have plus attack B minus. I actually think I have a chance to one-hit the Diggersby here with Rock Smash. It's very low, but I have a chance, so I'm going to go for it. Yeah, I'm just going to heal after these two fights here in this cave. My Flame Wheel PP is too low. It would just be too risky. Oh, wow, I got it! That's insane. That's an insane range. I'm pretty certain that's 1 in 16. At best, it's 2 in 16. But alright, so coming up here is the best track in the game. Unique track, Elder Knights. And so this fight can be quite annoying because she's obviously the Ice based leader, but gets the hail out straight away. So and there's some pretty annoying pokes on her team as well, like this Noctowl that has Reflect. Alright, didn't use Reflect. Okay, good. One-hit these dudes, which is good. And then the Frostlass. So this Frostlass is pretty much the only thing in the game that does actually outspeed me. It also has Snow Cloak, which is annoying. If I miss, I'm going to have to heal as well. Especially for crits. Alright, cool. Very good. I'm definitely taking the center. My PP, my health, my slave. No, I'm taking the center. I don't actually know where the center is in this town. I think it's left of the Knick-Knack store. Yeah, it is. Alright. The Knick-Knack. But come in here and buy some basically cheap ass items. 4. So basically full heals and super potions for 200. Alright, I'm gonna take this one. So not something that I normally do. Normally I'd just double Super Potion, but because I use so many Flame Wheels on that Gligar. And even if, like, it's also way safer because I bought the Revive as well. Like, there's a trainer on this route that I could very, very easily die to, and so having the Revive obviously is just way safer. But if my slave's alive, there's just no safety in having the Revive, so... And so not having to use the healing items as well means I can keep them for later, so... Just extends the safety. I missed Rock Tomb, that's a shame. So Rock Tomb in this game does have 95 accuracy. It's got the updated shit. It's annoying that I've taken damage here. I probably want to heal now that I've taken damage. Before the bird fight. Oh, come on. And general rule of thumb in this game is go into the grass to avoid the trainers. Gives you the option of grass or trainers. Like everywhere. So as you can see, Rock Tomb still does some nice work even after the flying gem. Really nice for these fighting types and such. Fire types, I should say. Now I've got good attack, so hopefully this Charmeleon should die in one hit. Definitely if I critical. Yeah, even though it seems a bit redundant, I actually am going to heal. Because this fight is very, very risky. 3 flying types, all with flying type moves, and leads with Staravia, so gets the attack down, so I can't one-hit any of them. It's another fight where I'm banking on them not being smart, so that's not good. Just using wing attack. So now basically I have to heal until it doesn't use wing attack. I want it to use quick attack. Good. Now I don't want it to use quick attack. Good. Because I need enough health going into this Swallow to be able to tank its wing attack. Okay, quick attack lead, that's perfect. Now I can just kill with 2 flame wheels, no quick attack there, also perfect. Awesome, awesome. Actually, this Pidgeotto might have Whirlwind. Okay, I didn't use it. But usually I don't have my slave alive, so I would never see Whirlwind. It might. I don't know. Right, that fight actually went pretty well. I did get, like, the first turn wasn't good, but everything else after that was very nice. And then my eyeball comes up here and gives me a free heal. So there's quite a large amount of really nicely timed free heals in this run. So much so that I shouldn't ever use, like, obviously I took that center for safety, but I shouldn't be using the center like anywhere else. Alright, now some more evil dudes. Okay, no boost. See, that looks really close to killing that flame wheel, doesn't it? That first one. So that happened on my last run that I did yesterday as well, and so I think I look at that and I'm like, oh well, Rock Tomb could kill, because so flame wheel is 60 power plus stab is 90 plus charcoal is 108, whereas Rock Tomb is 60 times super effective is 120. So you look at that and you think, well, Rock Tomb would have killed then. You should have used Rock Tomb. But even if you have perfect attack, when I did the calc, it was like Rock Tomb is only 1 in 8 to kill, so that just must be a max roll that I'm getting there with Flame Wheel. Okay. Yeah. So it's possible Rock Tomb would have killed, but with those odds it's not worth using because Rock Tomb's just that much slower, especially with it getting the special drop. Okay, hopefully this Nose Pass uses Rock Slide. Beautiful. It has Thunder Wave and Spark, which can paralyze as well, so getting Rock Slide's way better. It's another poke where it's got Sturdy, so I'm not using Rock Smash to try and activate it, just going the Mark Punch. Those fights have actually gone really well. I've taken I haven't gotten status, and I've taken so little damage that I can probably tank a Bulldoze if this Graveler decides to use Bulldoze. It generally goes for Defense Curl, but I would much prefer Defense Curl, even if I can live it. Roll out. I guess that's fine. It's not going to do too much. It'll depend on what this Relicanth does here, on whether I have to heal in this segment or not. Tackle? I should be able to tank this. No? Yep, that's really good. That's really, really good. This run's actually going quite nicely, everything aside from that bloody Gligar. Oh, I guess getting Poison Powder from Tangela was also garbage, but that was worth it just to show off my, you know, unparalleled genius. So as you can see, Rock Smash is actually just a really good move, because like a bunch of these pokes Mark Punch would not be killing, but Rock Smash does. So while I deleted Cart, Rock Smash is going to stay with me for the whole game. Nice PP saving move for pokes that I would kill otherwise, which there aren't too many of towards the end of the game. But there are some, especially since I have really good attack. There'll be a few more. So I have bad special defense. This Noctowl usually does about 25. So with bad special defense, it'll probably do about 28. I've got 34, so I should be able to live. That's an annoyingly useless burn. Did 30. That was a bit... No. Whew. I really didn't want to risk that, but I did it, and it came off. Obviously, if I didn't buy the revive, I would not have risked that. I would have switched out. But since I had the revive, I was like, yeah, I'll go for it. Yeah, Rock Tomb's super effective, but it wouldn't have killed, like I said. Like, the power difference between Flame Wheel and Rock Tomb is 108 to 120, so Flame Wheel's only doing 10% less to a flying type. Alright, get the free heal again, which is why I didn't want to heal in that segment as well, so I could maximize that free heal now. Alright, so they're off to Sun Island, but I've got to prove myself at the gym. So there's the third gym now that I'm going into, and it is the Fire Gym. So again, Rock Tomb is going to be a bit useful here. But because it's in a snow town, it's actually a fire gym with ice puzzles, which is a bit interesting. And this is another place where having the plus attack nature is going to be quite helpful. Hopefully get these nummels. Nice. So PP for this next segment is actually quite tight. I'm going to be saying that a lot. PP for lots of different segments is very tight. You just happen to get, like, heal right when it's, like, necessary, basically. But that also means you really need to conserve your moves well. So Rock Smash PP for this segment, as well as Close Combat when I get that. Very tight. Just got a Rock Tomb to kill this one. And so this looks a bit weird, this poke here. I'm going to use Rock Tomb here, even though it doesn't kill. And I could kill with, like Rock Smash. But the reason is just because this Simisear has such a bizarre moveset that it's the only way to ensure that you 2-hit. See, it's got Torment. So can't actually do that. And it's also got Flame Charge. So it can outspeed you. game. I probably won't heal before Nina, even if this Monferno hits me, because I've still got that revive, so even if I die I should be fine. Yeah, just a little bit of damage. I normally wouldn't heal at this health anyway. So just go straight in, I'm not going to bother saving given I've got the revive. Also because even if I do die, I'll just go back to the center here. Because I was forced to go into the center before. It's okay, so this fight can go in a lot of different ways. Specifically because of the camera ups. Okay, so that's fine, even with the speed boost I'll outspeed this. Okay, so camera ups, it has magnitude, and so if it uses magnitude and gets a high roll, it can just completely own me. It's also not going to die to 2 rock smashes unless I get the defense drop, which I didn't. That's gonna kill. I am in a really bad spot now. I could still lose even with the revive. That's really, really unlucky. Like, obviously not getting the defense drop is a 50-50, but it even using magnitude is quite rare, but then it getting a high magnitude as well, really unlucky. But now I just have to hope it doesn't use magnitude again, because otherwise it's probably going to kill. Or I could just crit, hit them with Blink. Now I get the defense from it. Rock Slide, that won't quite kill. Ooh. I'm not guaranteed to kill this Magmar with Rock Tomb, so I'm actually going to heal. I think the Heat Maw would kill me anyway. Flame Charge. Is it faster than me after that? It might be. That sucks. Also, Flame Charge would not have killed me. Ugh. The plays. It's alright. Can't do quite as much, so safe here. Got the defense drop, so I'll kill with Mark Punch. Save the Rock Smash PP. Alright, well, good thing I bought that revive, hey? Ah, not what I wanted to happen. Okay. So now I can get warped. So I have to buy another revive because I used my one revive there. Alright, so into the mart. So I'll just buy standard here. So 1 Ultra. 2 Hypers. 3 Hypers, 1 Revive. 1 Escape Group. 2 Max. Yep. Perfect. So he conveniently warps me back here, and also gives me the bike voucher, and this is the town I was in before that has the bike shop. Okay, I have to heal here though, because Nina went bad. Yeah, really good thing I took that center before as well. Would have ran out of healing items. Okay. I've got to fight this guy to get onto the ship. And unfortunately he has a Mantine, which is a pretty annoying poke. Okay, headbutt not too bad. I had to heal because it has Water Pulse. This does like 55. Probably a bit more given how bad my special def is. Alright, and off we go. And now this tower is essentially basically kind of like the Mega Evolution Tower in X and Y. We're going to see some Megas very shortly. Okay, so I'm going to heal here as well, just because this Glameow is going to use Fake Out. So, it's just the most convenient time to do it. I have a really good attack so I can Flame Wheel. That's really annoying. That's the worst thing that Diggersby can do. I think I have to heal again. This sucks. I'm pretty sure this could have killed me. Oh, nice crit, nice crit. Okay, that's not too bad in the end, because I would have had to heal after that fight if I didn't heal then. But now I'm not going to have to, with the little extra health that I have. Okay, there aren't, like, the run up to this point, so the first, like, you know, hour, 13, whatever it's been so far. Like, a lot of the fights have been, you know, kind of on a knife edge, trying to get Monferno through. Over the next, you know, little bit, you just get so many power-ups that just make him an absolute monster, and this is the first of them. So he learns Close Combat at 36, and then he evolves at the same level. Just becomes so much more powerful. And that quick attack there is a bit annoying, but I'll still have enough health that I don't have to heal. It's also one of the runs where it's like having a rare candy to get, like, usually you use rare candies like to evolve, like you'll use them from like 33 to 36, because evolving is just such a big deal that you stock up on candies to do that. But getting the rare candy from 35 to 36 is useless, because it's just like, I'm just fighting a grass trainer and I get from 35 to 36, just spam Flame Wheel. so I can use it a bit earlier. It's very nice. But now we get Infernape, the absolute monster. So obviously these trainers are based on like really specific types, so this is the fire guy. And even with Infernape now having close combat, Rock Tomb still does rear its head. Useful against Fletchinder. I've got good enough attack that I can kill this Larvesta with Flame Wheel there, which is good. Yeah, so I need to be above 50 health for this next trainer, because, so it's the water trainer. And they've got 2 Basculin, actually, but the second one has Aqua Jet. And so I need to have enough health that Aqua Jet won't kill me. And the idea is that hopefully if you have more health than Aqua Jet will do, it won't even use Aqua Jet. And given I'm now out of Super Potions, I'm very much hoping that happens. Because I do not want to have to use a Hyper after this trainer. So that one doesn't have Aqua Jet, but this one does. And given it's after a close combat, it does a fair amount. Alright, good. Good, good, good. More Rock Tomb. So yeah, Rock Tomb being like an early game TM just ends up being really, really good for Infernape. It just hits so many pesky pokes. Alright, now for the dragon. This Goomy has Protect, which can be really, really annoying. Alright, didn't use it, very good. But especially since your Rock Smash PP is so tight at that point, it's just like, please don't. Oh well, it can be. It's not too bad for me on this run. But so I've only got 1 close combat, and so I need 3 on the next trainer. I need 3 uses of either close combat or Blaze Flame Wheel at the end. So I want 2 of the hits to be obviously Blaze Flame Wheel, which is why I want to be at about this health, because I will take a little bit of damage in the fight. So too low and I'll die, and too high and I won't get into Blaze. So this is a good amount of health, or it should be anyway. She could also just decide not to attack me. But okay, so Belle. So this is top of the Mega Evolution Tower. So as you can expect, this is where we're going to see Mega Evolution. And she has an entire team that can Mega Evolve. But only one of them does. You get a pretty good hint if you pay a decent enough attention to a team, which one's actually going to do it. Fake out. Shadow Sneak, is that going to put me in? It's going to put me in, but I'm going to level up out. I'm actually not going to close combat, God, look at that. That's so annoying. 40 out of 119. I'm actually just going to Flame Wheel. So it's the Ordino that Mega Evolves. There it is. This thing's actually quite tanky. Crap. I thought that was going to kill. But it's not. Damn. I now have to use a Hyper. It has Quick Attack. Ah, damn! See, in my mind I had Quick Attack does 13 damage. And that's actually after using a close combat. I thought it was before using a close combat, so I thought Quick Attack was going to do like 16 if I used it. And so if I'd used close combat, Quick Attack would have been killing me, which is why I didn't use it turn 1. I should have used it turn 1. Because I would have had enough to tank a -1 Charming Cry and a -1 Quick Attack. Damn. Oh well. Live and learn. Another nicely timed free heal here. But first, who could that be? Okay, so I've got to fight these dudes while he tries to catch the Regirock. So normally I'd have to Rock Tomb something like this Noctowl, but with really good attack I can just Flame Wheel. It's very good. Damn, quick attack. That could end up being quite costly. Even that small amount of health could make a difference here. Alright, now we're going to fight this guy, so back to Banger. Surprisingly, even with this attack, I can't use a super effective Rock Smash to kill this. Gotta go to close combat. Now, so unfortunately this guy has one of the only pokes that I can't one-hit at this point in the game, which is a Golurk. So I can't close combat that, and Flame Wheel doesn't kill. And so with 2 close combats, my defense is very, very low at this stage. So this Golett can kill me. It also has magnitude. Again, it doesn't always use it, so hopefully it doesn't. It did. 7 will kill. That sucks. And that's why I absolutely needed another revive. So I would have lived 6, but not 7. Okay, he catches the Regirock and then leaves. Go down here and get this map. And here's Surf. Alright, and so now I get a free Ivysaur, which has the Venusaurite, which I'm not going to use, but the Ivysaur is a little bit useful because it does learn Strength, so I don't have to worry about that. From a slave perspective. Okay, so now Max Repels. And Teach Surf. So you act like it's really, really important that you actually don't use the Max Repel like right at the edge here. Because if you do, the repel wears off like right as a trainer. I'll show you when it happens. Is like moving up and down, and if that happens, the trainer just hits you, and there's nothing you can do about it. You've got to make sure to use it a little bit before. Got to be very careful on the movement here to get fast trainer as well. Good. Even if you do that movement as fast as possible, if you don't do the movement correctly, like you load the trainer a bit too early, it'll hit you. So this here, it's about to wear off now. And so when I say yes, see how he starts moving again still? So if that just happens like right when you're in his line of vision, he just starts moving and waits for the screen to come back and then just hits you. I don't know. I did not choose Turtwig when I played this game. It sucks that I died and I revived as well, because this is a really annoying amount of health. I'm not quite in Blaze, but I'm actually not high enough that I am going to have to heal at some point as well. It's annoying. Okay, this guy's all hot and bothered. Get raining on this route's a little bit annoying as well, because otherwise I'd be able to use Flame Wheel to be killing these dudes. Instead I've got to go Rock Smash. Just waste a little bit extra time with that super effective text. Hello, put on the bike. spinner in the middle of the grass there, so you just got to be careful of my movement. Make sure I don't run into their range. So like this trainer here has a Skarmory, and I can't flame wheel to kill the Skarmory because it's raining, so I have to use close combat. Even then it's a range, but again I have very good attack, so hopefully it dies. And close combat, while a very good move, you do want to use as little as possible, because it is very slow, because it has the stat drop. The overworld tiles kind of mess up here a little bit. You notice when I go through the grass here. Woohoo. I'm gonna have to heal to full on Fortress. That's annoying. Alright, so now that I've got the bike, I start doing some bike maneuvers with the spinners. Whoa, nice. Like that. So get off the bike to then run up to force him to look to the right, and then quickly put on the bike and then pass to the left before he can spin back. So all I have to do here is talk to this little elite painting so that this guy comes out here to open up the bug catching contest and use my only escape rope to get out of here. So the bug catching contest is honestly one of my least favorite parts of this game. Not because I don't like the bug catching contest, but because it's like one of the only things in this game that just doesn't line up well for the run. Like the pacing of the game and everything is just really, really nice for a run. It just feels like it's on point very well. But then this bug catching contest sucks. So it sucks for two reasons. One, I'm forced to do it. I'm forced to catch a Pokemon, and the Pokemon is almost always completely worthless. Oh my god. But also, I only am allowed to take one Pokemon in. So it deposits all my other Pokemon into the PC. I just have to go back and withdraw them because I still need them for HMs. Alright, Weedle, level 25. This is actually pretty good of a Poke to get. Because I should catch it, it's not really threatening. And because it's a high level Weedle, it won't evolve in double battles. So there is one double battle that I do in Victory Road. And because all my other Pokemon are deposited, this Pokemon goes into slot 2, sorry. And so if the Weedle was level 22 or below, it would get a level up to level 23, and then it would start to evolve, which would be bad. And so I would have to swap Ivysaur to slot 2 to make sure that doesn't happen. And so the bug catching contest the first time is rigged, so you always come third. What I'm going to do here is, because I can see the item for free, Zigzagoon has an antidote this time. Are you kidding? Arsehole. So I was just checking its item for free there, without actually taking it off. So if Zigzagoon had, say, an X attack, I would have taken it off, because it would have been useful. But it's not worth taking off items just hoping it has something good. It's not worth the time loss, because it's generally something bad. But so if you win the bug catching contest with a poke that can Mega Evolve, you get that Mega Stone. So the guy who won is Vernon, the gym leader here, and he won with a Beedrill, so he now has a Beedrillite, so I wonder what mega he's going to use, hey? Okay, so in this gym, again, I have to... Oh, I actually don't have to fight all the trainers. But almost. I've got to press all these switches. In order to unlock the gym leader here. Right, so this level has Sturdy. Unfortunately, everything I have is going to trigger it, so I'm just going to use Flame Wheel and hopefully burn it, I guess. My Flame Wheel PP is a bit tight, so I'm using Rock Smash wherever I can. I've definitely got enough Flame Wheel, so I probably did not need to do that, but just in case. So I have to fight one of these two trainers here, and this one's faster. So this trainer, another Pokemon with Sturdy, Fortress, but I can't kill this one. So, and this is what I was complaining about my health for. I actually need to heal here. Because it has Explosion. It only has Explosion. It's its only move. So, it always gets off the Explosion. So if the Zigzagoon had like a Super Potion as well, I would have taken it off there because I would have preferred to use a Super instead of a Hyper. Because if I'd used a Super Potion, I would be in Blaze. I think. How much health was I on? Yeah, I think so. But obviously now not in Blaze. Getting Detect from these guys is very annoying. Not only is it Detect, but it's then Speed Boost as well. It's awful. Yeah, I agree. Like, this game is paced really well, and it's paced much better than, you know, yeah, Gen 7 especially. But it's just why the bug catching contest is like, it's the one thing that is just like, ah, damn, just not quite on point. At least it does give you a Citrus Berry, which, I could have used the Citrus Berry there against Explosion, but obviously I would have died to a death, and it takes a bit longer to use the Citrus Berry because you have to go into the berry pouch. Also could be useful to manipulate Blaze health later in the run, so... Okay, so this Shuckle can actually be pretty annoying, given I don't have Blaze. I have to hope he doesn't use Withdraw. I got a high roll there, so this still might kill, so I'm gonna go for it. Okay, good. Now this fight, as you can imagine, given it's a bug leader, with the Shuffle gone, is just not a concern at all. Even with Intimidate, Flame Wheel just still owns these guys. it is a shame about my health, not having Blaze here, but not much I can do about that. Okay, not too bad. Alright, Rival comes on and gives me the gas mask, which lets me continue. Oops. Alright, so I won't be able to one-hit this Arbok because I'm not in Blaze. But okay, so after this fight, so this is where I'm going to catch my my Water Slave. So my Dive and Waterfall perk. So I'm just going to YOLO the grass after this trainer and then just get to the water and hopefully find what will hopefully be a Wooper. I one-hit the Arbok without Blaze? I didn't even know that was possible. Jeez. Alright. Damn. Water looks filthy. It's Wooper! Alright, so this is another part of the game where you power up significantly in a really, really short space of time. And that it's not really because of the Whipper at all, but it is because of this. Lucky Egg. Max repel now, but I've got it. So in a very short space of time, I'm going to be picking up a Max Repel, Choice Specs, and the TM for Flamethrower. Okay. Which are all obviously very, very good things to have. The choice specs don't get used too much, but they are very useful and like enormously useful when they are used. It's mostly going to be Lucky Egg. I'm not putting the Lucky Egg on just yet though, because currently I have the Charcoal on, and the Charcoal is needed to one-hit in the next fight, the Rival's Rotom. Okay, here are my choice specs. Unfortunately, I don't have enough attack to Rock Smash Empoleon. I need 126. I think I'm going to have 125. Again, leads with Fake Out, but there's nothing I can do about it. Got no X items. So close to 46. So close. If I had 46, I could Rock Smash there. Correct! That's one of the very rare times that someone's guessed a sound in the background during one of my runs. Oh, was it 123? I wasn't even that close. So I can't one-hit this Altaria, so I'm going to use Flame Wheel first before Rock Tomb, because I'll still outspeed. I'm also going to switch Rock Tomb to slot 1 here, because I'm going to teach Flamethrower over Rock Tomb after this fight, so switching it to slot 1, I don't have to scroll down, and Flamethrower in slot 1 obviously good. Okay, that's all good, all good. You actually can die to this fight if, because you've used 2 close combat, so your defense is quite low. So if Altaria just decides to use Aerial Ace, then Boldor can kill you, and so it'll attack as well. Okay. Go into here, and so this town it's run by the fucking mighty Anna thugs. So this is another instance where, so I have to come here later, but I'm doing it early, because this is where the TM for Flamethrower is, so I want Flamethrower for this gym. I need Flamethrower for this gym. There it is. Okay. Lucky egg on. And we'll teach Flamethrower. Alright, so no more coverage for the rest of the game, it's just fire and fighting moves now. Rock Smash, Close Combat, Flamethrower, Flame Wheel. I do teach Flare Blitz over Flame Wheel a bit later, but not for quite a while. It's still just fire and fighting. You can see already, as soon as I get Flamethrower, it's really useful here, because, you know, Intimidate, Poison type. I'm not killing this without Flamethrower. And it's much faster than using Close Combat against Mighty Anna as well. But so after this fight, this segment gets a bit silly, especially the Akudo fight after here. So I need Blaze. It's not I want Blaze, I need Blaze for the gym leader in this town. So I need to be taking damage. And I ideally want it for the trainers in his gym as well. But so, because I have to take damage, I actually need Akudo's Bouffalant to hit me. And I'm also going to deliberately not one-hit things like this Mightyena, hoping that it touches me as well. Just dinks me in. Also because, like I said, close combat is really slow, so even if you use close combat, it's not really that much faster, even though it's a turn faster. Yeah, it died to the burn. It's good that it died to the burn, otherwise that would have been really slow. It did not attack me there. I'm not going to do the same for this Mightyena though, because this Mightyena knows Roar, and Roar is awful. Like getting phased out to one of my other dudes, really bad. Okay, so gonna need to take some damage here off this guy. Oh, Stealth Rock, Jesus Christ. I need you to attack me, man. I may end up throwing a Pokeball at Bouffalant here. Use Double Edge, use Double Edge, use Double Edge. Use Double Edge. Thank you. There we go, into Blaze. That's a really good amount of health in Blaze as well. Like, I won't die to a priority move, but I'll keep Blaze like all the way through. Oh, I can't even use an X item to waste a turn because I don't have X items. Okay, so after this fight, you're going to see the first Sprite Swap as well. So you notice that I'm a girl, and so I chose the girl. But after some cutscenes, the game doesn't agree with you when you put on the bike. Hoo-hoo. I've got Blaze so I can flame all these dudes, which is good for my flamethrower PP as well. Really good. Now this is a really, really, really solid amount of health. And because I still have a potion and a citrus berry, I should be able to keep Blaze all the way through to whatever the steel New Elder's name is. I think I just have enough special attack to always get Quillfish with Blaze Flamethrower, which is good. Just flame wheel all these other dudes. Yep. There are a few nice little trainers in this run, like this guy. Bad disguise for a sewer. Putting the tree in there, that's good. This Ariados has Shadow Sneak, which, so if I was at really low health, would be a concern. I need Blaze to kill this Quillfish. So if I didn't have Blaze yet, I would get it off this Quillfish. Or I would try to. Could also get it off the muck afterwards, but really want it before the muck. Okay, so put the specs on now. Because even with Blaze, I can't one-hit the muck without the specs on. But so the reason I really need the specs is for the gym leader. So the gym leader has... So, like, every prominent trainer from this point has a Mega. And his Mega is Mega Venusaur. And Mega Venusaur is bulky. And so even though it's a grass type, it has thick fat, so... Without the choice specs, you do not one-hit it. Without Blaze and the choice specs, you don't one-hit it. And it just, like, it's... No matter what you do, if you're not one-hitting all of these pokes, you're just in this really awkward spot where... You know, if you're... You know, if you have, like, either Blaze or specs, then you put Venusaur to, like, 10 health. And so then it's just gonna heal, and it's just... awful garbage. Or if you do less to Venusaur, then... Like, you only do, like, a half, then you end up having his other pokes just living. It's just awful. So you really need this to happen. Because obviously, if you just have Blaze and you don't have the specs, Venusaur will just kill you. Because it's got Sludge Bomb. Alright, so that's the 5th gym done. Alright, so we get the information because we've tamed the Mighty Enothogs. So the reason I had to do that is it triggers a cutscene after this one, where I can get the HM for Rock Climb, which is why I got that Zigzagoon. It's the main reason I got the Zigzagoon earlier. It being a Zigzagoon so it could learn Surf was just a side effect. Bidoof would have been fine as well. Oh, come on. Get in there. Take this one. Okay, so I need to now put the lucky egg back on. Max repel. And teach rock climb. The cutscenes aren't skippable, but I mean, cutscenes is a very loose term. Things like, you know, the HM cutscene is skippable. Like teaching a move or whatever. So this guy's a bit of a dick. Can't rock climb, but he just sits there waiting for you to leave. Forces you to fight him. I don't have any supers left, do I? Maybe I do have one. Maybe? I don't think I do. No, I don't. That's right, because... No, I'm not going to. Not yet. We'll see what Sudowoodo does. Block? Perfect. Perfect. Awesome. Because I've got really good attack, I can rock smash here, so I'm not in kill range for Kabutops' Aqua Jet. Since I'm still in Blaze, hopefully it doesn't even use it, but if it does... I've still got the potion, so that I can stay in Blaze and not die, or the citrus. Yeah, it did use it. I'm going to use the citrus. I'm pretty sure if I use the potion I could die to Shadow Sneak later on. So I'll use that when I bag Manip up here. Spin. Come on. See that free citrus berry coming in handy? So I've still got 5 flamethrowers. Okay, I have enough attack to rock smash Mamoswine. So my 5 flamethrowers will be... Claydol. Wait, do I have a revive? I don't think I do. Should I really risk Urzi? Maybe I'll save before him. I always forget that Claydol is a range unless you have really good special attack. Just get around the range there. Yeah, if I died here, I don't even know where I would go to, so I am going to save. I'll do that after, you know, it wouldn't be a Gen 3 skin game unless we had some amazing fun reading Braille. I did end up figuring out what that was when I played through the game casually. Without knowing Braille, obviously, at all. But, it did take me a few guesses. Even though I kind of knew what it was asking, it took me a few guesses to get it right, because it's asking you how many rocks are in the pools around you. But I didn't really know in what order it wanted them. So I kept entering a bunch of other things before I got it right. Man, this track's such a fucking banger now. Don't quite have the special attack to be able to flamethrower this Credelia. Close combat. So the reason I saved is because of this clay doll here. So I'm just going to use Blaze Flamethrower, but it can live. And if it lives, I don't have any revives, so I'm boned. Okay, cool. Very good. That's a very good fight. Very good section overall. Okay, another nicely timed free heal. Oh, whoops. Gone up a bit earlier. Okay, so the strats kind of divert here, depending on what stats you got on Chimchar. So with a really good special attack, what I do here is, before going into this gym, I go to Miss Move, who allows you to teach prior moves for free. Like, you don't even need a heart scale. So, you can teach Flare Blitz straight away, and so I would teach it over Flame Wheel. The reason you need really good special attack to do those strats is you need... the idea is you're using Flare Blitz to manipulate Blaze health, specifically in this gym, so that you can one-hit all of Will's Pokemon, but you can't do that unless you have really good special attack. I don't have really good special attack. I have above average, but you need a plus nature to be able to do it. So instead, I'm just going to two-hit his Mega Slowbro. Unlucky that I missed that Vaporeon range, given how good my attack is, but I use Future Sight, so as long as I don't take any damage, that'd be really nice. Right, nice, got the Bohemian, that's good. A much lower chance to get the Bohemian with the Espeon, I reckon. Alright, good, got the Chimecho. Can't one-hit the Musharna, hopefully it misses with Hypnosis. Damn. It's a lava cookie. Damn. Oh, wow. And at least I got through. Really bad Musharna. I now have to heal before Will as well. But I shouldn't take any more damage. It's another reason why having early Flare Blitz can be really nice, because you just Flare Blitz and own. But I learned Flare Blitz naturally at level 68, so I will still get it. But just not for a while. And still having Flame Wheel at this stage does have its advantages, because with Flare Blitz, you have to use flamethrowers a lot more, so you have to get an extra ether. Actually, you have to get an extra elixir if you do those strats. Don't quite have the attack to be able to use Rock Smash there. Almost, but not quite. Okay, so healing here, it's not a huge deal because I do have to menu anyway. Because I've got to put on the specs before Will. Jeez, that's like my last healing item. Wow. So as you can imagine, looking at this gym, it's like it's invisible paths. So you gotta know where the paths are. So this is the only other fight that I use the specs for, but again, insanely important in this fight that I have the specs. So this is also the only trainer that you would know from an actual game. It's Will from Johto. But so his Mega, as I mentioned before, is Mega Slowbro. So Mega Slowbro is just an awful poke for you to come up against, because all your moves are not very effective. So you can't take it out unless, like I said, you have extremely good special attack, and you have Blaze and the specs. But so without that, you don't even come close to one-hitting without the Blaze. But he's got Calm Mind. So you need to be able to two-hit even with him using Calm Mind, because if you don't, then he one-hits you with Psychic at +1. But you also don't want to get too good a roll, because if you get too good a roll, and you put him into healing range, then he heals after using Calm Mind, and then you can't two-hit him. And then you just lose, because then he uses Psychic. So, it's very, very particular, this fight. won't heal from there as long as that's not a burn. It's not. Used Calm Mind. Hopefully this kills. Good. Good. Good, good, good. And so that all looks very easy, very pedestrian, but it's a very scary fight. So to give you an idea of how good that little segment there was, even with me taking a safety save in the cave, I'm actually running against my splits, just locally, and that was my best split ever for that from Sid to Will. Now into this hotel, and I gotta fight a lot of dudes in here. This is really awful. I've never got, to be honest, I don't even know what the good movement is, but I've never got the good movement in this hotel. Ahead? What do you mean? So all these dudes are fucking running around like this, and gotta stop in the right spot to be able to talk to them. R10. If that is the case, I should say. Okay, well, I'm definitely not going to get Blaze for this because I'm at full health, so there's really not too much to think about with these fights then. I am now starting to get to the point where, because I've been soloing and because I have the lucky egg on, I am going to start to really out-level a lot of these dudes by a really significant amount now. Like 50% above. There's a lot. Alright. Snatch. I've never seen that Weavile use Snatch. That's pretty annoying. Waste a couple seconds. Alright, so my movement's been good so far. This is where I fall apart though. I don't know how to go from this guy to this next guy. Okay, that was good. Hopefully I can just go straight down on this last guy here. Damn. I was actually expecting to get him off the rebound like I did. I just thought he rebounded a bit quicker than he does. I didn't know he went like 3 tiles to the right. I thought he only went like 1. Still, that's much better than I've ever done that before. Overall, this entire run, my movement has been way better than my PB, which I got yesterday in this game. I have to close combat this. Shadow Sneak's a bit annoying too, just time waster. Okay, so this is another pretty humorous fight. So this guy is just like, let's have a really quiet battle so we don't wake up this guy. And then his team is X-Cloud and Noivern. It's very good. Very enjoyable. And so the Noivern is actually a bit of an arsehole, because again, it's a poke that I can't one-hit, and it has 2 really bad moves. One of them is Roost, the other one is Whirlwind. So I do not want to see either of those. I want to see either Air Cutter or Razor Wind. That's awful. Oh no, that's actually really bad, because now Weedle's going to get enough experience to evolve in the double battle. Ugh. God damn it. Okay, so I'm going to have to switch Ivysaur at some stage. The little amount of experience that I lost on Infernape there will almost certainly not matter. I can't think of any spot that it matters. Your experience is extremely important until Will, because you only just get to level 58 before the Mega Slowbro, and if you're not level 58, like in the situation that I had where it used Calm Mind, you almost never kill with Flamethrower, and so you just lose. But after Will, I can't think of anywhere where it matters. A small amount like that. Okay, this rival fight isn't too bad. I'm starting to get a bit more significantly powerful than their pokes. But this is also where they bring in their Mega too. Oh, it's not a Mega yet? I just still can't one-hit it. Never mind. Alright, Sing hitting is annoying. Alright, that's not a good Altaria, but oh well. Oh well. Alright, there's another Sprite Swap here. Hopefully, if you pay attention, I'll tell you if I get the Super Saiyan Sprite as well. Let's see. There it is, look at that! Oh! Beautiful. Hey, hey. Alright, so over to the diving tours, get the HM for dive. So, I had a run a couple of days ago where I got to this point, and I had a Finneon as my my water slave, and I found out that Finneon cannot learn dive in this game, and it killed the run. It's pretty amusing. The reason I thought it could was because it can learn dive in Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, so... And this is up to Gen 6. But luckily we became. So little things with dive because you move so slowly underwater. So if there are different like areas where you can move underwater or above water, you do want to be doing it above water. More pokes with thick fat, so have to use the super effective fighting. It's annoying with that Altaria because it hit me with Dragon Pulse as well. I am going to have to heal at some stage. So like there, I want to dive at like the leftmost edge. So I'm maximizing the amount of time I'm above the water. I had to wait a bit longer than I would like on that trainer. That little spinner there. That's pretty annoying. Put this hidden ether here. Just move out of the way to get out of the range of that spinner so I don't have to wait for him. Oh, come on, come on. So these trainers here, not too much of a concern. Like I said, I'm really starting to over-level them now. That's my last close combat, so I do have to ether it now. So I'll do that when I'm passing the spinner, just up here. This movement is really awkward in this cave. Yeah, see, I messed it up. Another point in the run where I've never done the movement correctly. Well, completely optimally, I should say. What I have done before is jumped off the ledge too early and then ended up fighting the trainer. And you go to extreme measures to not fight that trainer. That trainer is very bad. They have a Gyarados, I think. That's just awful. Something else in the Gyarados. I forget what the other poke is. But the Gyarados is really, really good. So I don't have to worry about turning off repels anymore, I can just keep them on for the rest of the game. Because we get some safety now. Big time mart, and I've got huge bucks to spend. Alright, and so here is, in homage to one of my favourite things in Fire Red Leaf Green, the Chansey Dance, which only real fucking old boys will know about when it comes to speedrunning. It's the Clefairy Dance. Unfortunately, Clefairy just fucks off. And everyone is mad, so now I gotta go find the Clefairy. So the reason I have to find the Clefairy is I can't get past this town if I don't do it, because like the people are rioting. But the thing is, I actually can get past them. Like there's guys, after this I'm going to go to a bridge, and there's guys like going up and down on the bridge right now. But I actually can get past them because they move up and down, so if you like bonk them in spots, you can then wait until there's an opening and get past. But if you do that, the game gets mad at you, and they're just like, nah, you gotta listen to our rage. And then it just like teleports you back out. But okay, so these were the great lengths that I was talking about to avoid that trainer surfing all the way around. That TM there is Thunderbolt, another good move, but unfortunately not one that Fennec can learn. Okay, I'm gonna switch here. Switch front. I could have switched Whipper as well, but I did Ivysaur. Ah, come on, dude, go up. Oh, Jesus. But okay, so this is where the Clefairy is. So this is actually a maze. Well, a maze, it's a puzzle. So you have to approach from the right sides. If you approach from the wrong side, you have to do all of this over again. So like, here I'm approaching from the left here. If I approach from above, it would get mad and run off. Okay, Grace to come home. Now the Clefairy dance once more. But now there is one other benefit to saving the Clefairy, which is... It's not this, not the Master Ball. The Master Ball's worthless, completely garbage. It's that because the townspeople aren't rioting anymore and they're happy, I can buy X items, finally. So I'm not going to need 11 of each, but I just buy 11 of each because it's faster. Alright, now for some more good music. It's Route 10 from Black White. Unfortunately, there's not going to be another opportunity where I will waste a turn by throwing the Pokeball, so I will not be throwing the Master Ball. Otherwise I would. Alright, so now I'm going to go off to the gym, and the next gym is water, which isn't great for me either. We will be hearing more of Route 10 later. Okay. So I'm going to use Rock Smash here even though it's not guaranteed to kill, because my close combat PP is important here. And the Swampert right after this Octillery knows Protect, so I could lose a few extras there. Nice, got it. Also saves time not using close combat, obviously. Not watching the defense drops. There's Protect. Garbage. Oh, it got the double. That's really unlucky. Oh, good thing I used Rock Smash on Artillery. Really good thing I used Rock Smash on Artillery. Jesus. Jesus. You can easily get baited into dropping down on the right edge of that dive spot, and if you do, the train will just hit you immediately. So you just have to refresh there to get this seashell to pop up. So that I can get to the gym leader. So this fight can be really bad. It's one where it's very good that you have X items now. Very good. And this fight, it can go quite a number of different ways depending on what happens here. Poison Jab. Okay, let's go. Aqua Jet. I'm actually going to use a second X. Oh, wait. Hang on. Yep. I think I'll just live this Hydro Pump. Yep. Now close combat. And now I'm in Blaze with +2, so I should be able to one-hit the Jelly Scent at the end. That was very quick thinking. So I don't have to worry about the Pelipper being a range. I can just own him. And very convenient for me, this Gyarados Megas makes it way easier to kill. Very good, very good. Hi. I don't know exactly how many Megas there are. It's quite a few. Quite a few. here. Shit. Wait, did they spin? Yeah, they do. That was bad on my part. I didn't quite see that they spun right when I did the opening the bag. I had to go in here to get the forklift key. And that key only generates after you do that cutscene. After giving Marina the tablet idol. Hey, what's going on? Alright, since I'm in Blaze, I can just flame wheel all these dudes. I've got so many extra flamethrowers that even though I could use flame wheel, I'm just going to use flamethrower just to save a little bit of menu time. Because I'm definitely going to make it. Okay, now I've got the key, I can go in here. Hey, TY. Let's just spy on this little meeting. This run, for a marathon run, has actually been very, very nice, I would say. If I didn't PB yesterday, this would almost certainly be a PB world record. So I should be able to get sub 4 hours, which will be much better than I was expecting. Yes, let's teleport. Back here. The first of many Morgana fights that we're going to have over the next 30 minutes. get Flare Blitz. There's the final moveset. Nah, this is going to be my last run of Gaia, that I probably ever do. Oh, I misunderstood the question. The obvious answer to that question would be yeah. But anyway. But yeah, it was all a ruse. Now they've got the tablet idol, and so now I've got to get it. So the game gets a bit funky at this stage, and does something that, you know, you're probably not expecting when you're playing through it here. So we're now trapped, but we get through by Marina using strength here. But yeah, this puzzle here is it's pretty interesting. It's pretty cool in that it's not what you're expecting at all. But for a speedrun, actually a bit interesting. So in my PB that I got yesterday, this was actually the only place that I died in my run. It was the only thing that really kept it from being, you know, a really nice run. That I had a death in here. So what happens is there's these statues, and you actually have to fight a Regigigas in them with one of the Regis. And you have to do these to be able to clear it, but you only have the Regis, like your party gets deleted for these fights. So while Regirock and Registeel easily win these fights because they resist tackle and have really high defense, you can lose with Regice, and that's exactly what happened in my PB. That's a much better Regirock. I'm definitely going to 2-hit this time. Yeah, Infernape's holding a lucky egg. Okay, here we go, Regice. Okay, that's good defense. I should be fine. Oh, my special attack is garbage though. Oh, that's a better roll. I should just get the 3-hit here, I think. That's a critical. I better bloody fucking get the 3-hit here. Oh. Oh, only just. Only just. So that was good. It's kind of an average Registeel, so I should be fine to finish with Flash Cannon. Yeah, definitely. So okay, that was good. Good. Good Reggie section. Okay. And so this is an unfortunate part where you don't get the choice to teleport or not. So when you exit this cave, this is actually much later in the game. I would like to stay here if possible. I'd be able to skip a fair amount of the game if they let me, but they don't. Yeah, so there's no fake mons in this game, but Molten Rays is a unique move to this game that has big story connections. I can't... From what I can tell, I've tried pretty difficult, pretty hard to try and find out exactly what the stats of Molten Rays are. From what I can tell, it's 130 power and dragon type, and 100 accuracy. From what I can tell. You gotta be really careful with the movement here. If you don't go right to the edges like that, that spinner there can hit you. Okay, now for the last gym. Take strength here. Maybe some. I'm gonna keep sleep powder so I can use it in that double fight. Okay, come on. So, the strength puzzles in this gym are actually pretty cool. I actually really like the puzzles that they gave. They're pretty interesting. Unfortunately though, they introduced the only two true spinners of the run, which is really bad for the speedrun perspective. Because you have to push boulders right in front of the spinner, and because pushing a boulder takes time, the spinners can just spin while you're waiting for the boulder to move up, and so that you can't manipulate them to not hit you. You just have to hope they don't spin when you do that. Damn it. See it like that. Unlucky. Okay, good, got past that one. And that one obviously you have to get past quite a number of times. Okay, no static there, that's good. So I'm going to go without healing before Richter. This is obviously a ground gym, so Richter is a very, very... Again, a really dangerous fight. In that I should win because I'll be prepared for it, but if you don't do it correctly, you'll almost certainly end up dying. So the reason for that is, so his Mega is Mega Garchomp, and in what I can only assume is an error in this game, Mega Garchomp's ability for some reason seems to give it the abilities of both Sand Rush and Sand Force, and there is Sandstorm going because leads with Hippowdon. So it doubles its speed and it increases its power, so once it Megas, it's faster than you and one hits you. Toxic's really annoying, I have to full restore. But because the ability doesn't kick in on turn 1, if you do beef up, then you can kill him. I'm not out of the woods yet though, because he's also got Dugtrio, and the Dugtrio's ability is Sand Veil, so I can miss, and if I miss, Dugtrio will kill me. I mean, there were 4 spinners in this gym, it's just that 2 of them are true spinners, because they're with the strength holders. Alright, good. Very good. That Mega Chomp. But when you're prepared, it all looks very easy, very pedestrian. Okay, so that's now all the badges. Come on, don't need shards. Okay. So this route is annoying in that it has Sandstorm going. There is only 2 fights, and this one is, you know, just completely just one hit, it's not a problem. But the next fight is a rival fight. And in the Sandstorm, it's very long. I do have very good attack, so I can use only one. I can go off only 1 X attack. Usually you have to use 2, which is good because if you use 2, you have a very, very high chance of dying in this fight. Like, just revive, because I've got plenty of revives. But that's still very slow. So, this Altaria may actually live, but it's worth going to the risk here. Didn't get it, but it'll die to Sandstorm. Oh, it used Dragon Pulse! Asshole! I'm gonna die. Oh damn, that does way more than I thought. Burn. Yeah, oh right, because I X attacked. Yeah, that's yeah. Basic Zagoon critting. There's no advice. Oh, I missed. Oh my god, dude. This is a really, really bad fight there. I wasted a lot of time. Unlucky to miss the range on top. I'm really unlucky that it attacked. And then all those bloody Stone Edge misses as well. Really bad fight. That's a shame. Oh, she still goes down, damn it. I deliberately positioned myself in the middle here, thinking they would go above me. Oh, what am I doing? I thought it would make the cutscene after the fight a bit faster. But apparently not, they still go below you. It's dumb. Alright, so now we visit old Herschel. Ask him to save the world. And he just says, "No, fuck you. Sorry, kids." And so now we gotta go fix the world. Come on. Ah. I've got a lot of health here, because I could heal again. The hope is that I don't have to heal on Salamence. I would need to hold... Wait, is Molten Rage special? Yeah, it's special. Crap. So I would need to hold 95 at Salamence, roughly. I think it's unlikely that I'm going to still have 95 at Salamence. Okay, so this Don fan I can't one-hit either because it has Sturdy. It can also kill me. Scary Face is not so scary though. Alright, not bad, not bad. So maybe I will have enough health then if I flamethrower Sigalith. Because I'm not in Blaze, I'm going to have to Flare Blitz Miss Magius and Mega Gengar. So I think if I flamethrow a Sigalith, I may have enough. Nice. Okay. Now it's time for some non-stop banging music. We got a lot of the Elder Knights theme here. Like 5 fights in a row. Things are really starting to piece together for the old new Elders. Definitely going to be a range if I do flamethrower Sigalith. I did 45. Gengar will do that the same. Alright, I'm gonna risk it. Good. Got it. And so I think the max Salamence will be able to do will be 97. 97, there we go. Alright, it'd be pretty unlucky if it gets a max roll anyway. Cool. Alright, that's perfect. But yeah, Herschel was supposed to be the only guy with a poke that knows Molten Rays, but it turns out her Salamence knows it as well. So she can do the ultimate technique thing that summons legendaries, Pokemon, etc. And off she goes. Peace. And now that the world's in absolute turmoil, Herschel decides to apologize to you. Thanks, fuckwit. On the extremely bright side, he does offer you his Alakazam to allow you to teleport, because now basically we've got to go back to those 3 other statues that you saw throughout the run earlier, and collect fragments to make another tablet idol, so that we can go chase after Morgana. Hello. Right, so I'm going to use Flare Blitz here to kill this Noctowl, because I want to be having Blaze for a large majority of this section. And the health I take there should get me to a really nice range, as long as I don't miss Frostlass due to Snow Cloak. Good. Very good. So I'll use Flare Blitz on the Prey-Deli on the next fight, and that should put me into Blaze. Mega Bomber's not really a threat too. an Infernape in the slightest. Okay, that's one piece. What's this? And into blaze. And I just gotta hope this Aegis/Year isn't an arsehole. Use King Shield. Using Shadow Snake instead. I definitely will not run Pokemon Channel. It's a fun game to watch a run of though. I think it might be the only game ever where I actually like played the game after watching a speedrun. Like I watched the speedrun and was like, God damn, I want to play this game. Alright, off to this one. Alright, I have really high attack, so I can Rock Smash to kill this instead of having close combat. It's good. It's funny, the stat requirements for like Chimchar in this run are pretty low. And I'm like, I've said quite often, like, at like a bang-on average Chimchar, I would accept. So like neutral nature, C and everything. But as it turns out, like every single run I've done of this game, I've had like a really good one. Like, you know, plus, so like naughty or mild or something like that, so plus nature. Just how it goes. Guy begging on about how he has to go help his friends, even though I've already destroyed them. It's good. Okay. Back to this guy's house. Now that I've got all the pieces. Alright, and back we go, back to Crazy Town. Here we go again. Unfortunately, this fight is actually easier than the last time I fought her, because Salamence was apparently tossed into the lava when she came here. And Salamence was her most dangerous poke for me. But that's not all. We're going to fight her again in what evidently was supposed to be a more difficult fight after that one, especially since it's back-to-back fights that you do here. She then uses the Regis to summon Regigigas. And now she has an entirely full team of legendaries. Legendaries that are incredibly weak to Infernape. Yeah, Salamence is just dead. Even though she specifically used a revival herb on her Salamence before so it could use Molten Rays to get her in here, it's just gone. Vanished. Use exactly 15 flamethrowers, and we're done. Alright, so that's evil part of the game done. So really not too much left now. And then after all that effort to get the tablet idols to get in here, suddenly Herschel and these police officers can just suddenly walk in? Here they are. And after it took, you know, you being this amazing trainer to take her down, you're just comfortable walking out of there with two, you know, junior police officers to restrain her. Sure, it'll be fine. Alright, so I get Waterfall now, so now I can go to Victory Road, and then the Elite Four. Okay, so Waterfall, to Whooper. Look at that face. Ugh. Alright, so Victory Road. Now some of these fights are actually a little bit bullshit, and this is one of them. So 2 Smeagol's and both of them have a focus sash, so I can't one-hit them. They have some pretty garbage moves as well. Weather Ball is fine. Sandstorm, it's going to kill itself with Sandstorm. That's beautiful. Works for me. Alright, so my flamethrower PP, like, I'm not going to get any more heals for the rest of the game. And so I have 1 ether and 1 elixir. I have to keep really close check of my PP for flamethrower, because if I just use it wherever it's useful, I will definitely run out. So you've got to substitute at different places. I do have really good attack, which makes it easier to do that. My special attack is pretty good, so I can generally do it on that front as well. But having the extra attack so I can do things like rock smash these 2 dudes is very helpful. Yeah, no, like my moveset is Flamethrower, Flare Blitz, Rock Smash, and Close Combat. Everything is activating the Focus Sash on those Smeagol's. Okay, Victory Road. Come on. Alright, and here's the double fight that I was talking about, the only one in the game. This is why I had to switch Ivysaur to slot 2, to make sure that Weedle didn't evolve. Uh-oh. That killed? Alright, let's go Whooper. Okay, I'm going to equip the charcoal back now. So I don't need, like, I have more than enough experience at this point, so... The 20% boost from the charcoal is much more beneficial at this point. than the extra experiences. And I don't want to equip the specs because, like I said, I don't just want to be spamming a flamethrower. Gotta be doing other shit. There's another fight where I can use rock smashes because I have very good attack. Lucky Egg is indeed a very broken item. I mean, there was a reason when they introduced it, it was only bloody on wild chances. Could not think of a more obnoxious way to try and get an item. Okay, 6 fights to go. Coming up on that final stretch. So here's Rival 6. Bullet Punch. I have never seen that before. I did not know this Hariyama had Bullet Punch. Never ever seen that before. Alright, so my health for Elite Four is very, very particular. I need to be in Blaze, but not low enough Blaze that I'll die to a Sucker Punch, but still low enough Blaze that I will die to a Moon Blast. I don't think that's good enough health to manipulate him to not heal. So 143, I'm a bit high at the moment. That's still too high. $50 and $50, 43, still too high. Okay, I'm going to Flare Blitz this. Okay, so the Elite Four you can do in different orders. So it's... Yeah, you almost always do it in a different order, depending on what the situation is. It's really interesting. So I'm going to use Rock Smash here to deliberately take rough skin damage. And then we're going to Flare Blitz one more page. Okay, that was good. I didn't get Sucker Punch or Protect, which is what I wanted. Ether. Flamethrower. Master Car. Damn, Fake Out. I should have done Kara first. What do I do? What do I do? What do I do? I'm in Blaze, but I'm too high. But if I Flare Blitz one of these dudes, I'll get Quick Attacked. I should do Leaf last. I should Flare Blitz one of Nicola's. That's what I should do. And do Leaf last. Because if I go, like, if I go too low now, like if I use Flare Blitz on this Scrafty or something, Blaziken will be able to kill with Quick Attack, so I can't do that. So I have to do it on one of Nicola's. Jeez, that was my last Rock Smash. Okay, good, good, good. Alright, now we'll do Nicola. So I'll Flare Blitz Magnezone. So the reason I want to be very, very low on my health, like I'm in Blaze now, the reason I'm using Flare Blitz here to take more damage is so Leaf, the last member of the Elite Four that I haven't fought, has a Whimsicott. And Whimsicott's ability is Prankster, which makes it so that status moves have priority. So I want to be low enough on my health so that he'll be able to kill with his Moonblast. So that'll manipulate him into using Moonblast, so he won't use his status move. So then he'll just not attack, because I'll just outspeed and kill. And in case you were wondering, the move that he has with Prankster is Swagger. Awful. So I'm doing everything I possibly can to avoid that. Okay, gotta use that elixir now. $14 flamethrowers, that's good. I'll definitely have enough. So as long as this goes how I expected, it's been a good Elite Four. Champion fight could still go a bit awry, especially given I'm going to have to heal to full, because I don't even have any hypers. Here's the Whimsicott. Yep. Use Moonblast, kill. So even though he's the Grass Elite Four member and, you know, I'm in Infernape, this guy is still the really specific one that you've got to plan everyone else around. Okay, good, good, good. Forestal. Okay, now for Herschel. So this fight, like I said, can be very, very bad. I've definitely got enough flamethrower PP, so it shouldn't be too bad. But so his Mega is Salamence, which is like the worst Pokemon ever. Mega Salamence I cannot even two-hit without getting Blaze, so I need to manipulate Blaze. Again, got really good attack, so I can use Rock Smash. Nice. No detect from Yanmega. Very, very good. Alright, and so even though Flamethrower can kill this, I'm actually going to use Flare Blitz to take a bit of damage. And hopefully Salamence should hit me into Blaze. Salamence, obviously its Mega's ability is Aerialate, and this Salamence, it has Hyper Voice. And if it used Hyper Voice with Aerialate, it would kill. But it doesn't understand how Aerialate works. So it goes Earthquake. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, that's a GG. That's a GG. That was a fantastic run for Marathon. Absolutely amazing. So, I got PB / world record, whatever, best time in this game yesterday, and my time was a 3:52. So to get a run like this in a marathon, that's a very, very good time. You know, especially with, you know, you take out the save and reset that I did for, you know, getting a good Chimchar. Potentially could have been. Geez, all my pokes ended up getting a look in. All of them ended up getting used at some stage, because Wooper and Ivysaur were both in the double. Zigzagoon against that Gigalith. And Weedle got whirlwinded in. There we go. Finn, that was Pokemon Gaia, guys.
Okay, thanks for the run, Werster. We can now move on to Pokemon Alpha Sapphire by Water. But we are actually now slightly ahead of schedule, provided that we don't take too long to set up the run, so we're not going to rush.
Alright, well...
Again, thanks for the run, and we will head over to the international and set up for Alpha Sapphire.
Alright, cool.